This morning, RNZ is reporting the Education Ministry will use consultants to do the work of people they've laid off. Are you okay with this?
Well, look, again, what I'd say is that is particular.
No, he's not okay with this because he told us before the election he wasn't okay with it. So do we need to keep going if I answer the question for him, or should we give him a chance as well? Because the answer is obviously no. No, we don't want consultants. In fact, we can even go to a story where he says during his State of the Nation speech on Sunday, Luxon promised he would order the public service to cut $400 million from its consultancy bill. That money, he said, would fund a new childcare policy, giving a 25% rebate to most families' child. You know, I went back and had a look for a few stories about him talking about consultants during that year. Some of the stuff they've said and done does not age well. It does not age well. I found the clip when I was looking, which was Nicola Willis talking about there's this thing, the app tax. Labor is going to tax the app tax. Your Ubers are going to, and they did it. Some of it has not aged well. Anyway, I suppose I should give him a chance to answer, but we know what the answer is. No, I'm not okay with consultants. But let's see what he does have to say. When he'll say no in a different way.
To an announcement Erica Stanford and I made last week, which is around what we call structured literacy, teaching our kids to read. Just remember that, you know, less than half our kids arrive at high school.
It's taken a while to get to the no, but I'm sure it's coming.
With respect to reading, writing, and maths, what we're saying is there's going to be one way to teach reading in New Zealand. It's called structured literacy. It's the old way that we learned around phonics, and we need consultants to actually train 8,500 teachers between now and the end of the year.
I'm confused. He didn't say we're not having consultants. He said yes. That's confused me, Joey. Yeah, I'll give him. Maybe he's going to, maybe he's going to hit a home run towards the end of it and wrap it up in a clever way.
The Prime Minister, consultants don't come cheap.
Well, I'll just say to you again, what we've got is we will use consultants where we need to actually upskill teachers. In this case, almost 9,000 teachers this year, almost another 9,000 teachers next year, so that within a 2-year period, from year 0 to year 6, every single teacher in this country knows how to teach reading, and it's the same way, one way,
many
every
will
way.
Look at it. You've laid off so many people in the public sector. Then you bring in consultants who are not cheap, and you've been given, when you were in opposition, you were giving the Labor Party a hard time about.
Well, we are going to remove a quarter of the consultant spend across government. There's no doubt about that. We've been very clear about that. We expect $400 million worth of savings to come out of consultant spends. There will still be a need for consultants. That's what this is about. This is actually providers who are trained in structured literacy and particular methodologies.
Yeah. That's what every consultant is. They're a specialist in their field. He understands that, that the reason it brings in a consultant is because the consultant has skills that the agency doesn't have. And because what he's describing now is a consultant as a person who has the skills that that agency doesn't have. So it wasn't okay for Labor to bring in consultants, to bring in skills that the department didn't have, but I'm confused, Joey. I'm sure it's me. It's not Mr. Luxon.
My favourite is when it's bringing in consultants to fill a skill gap that you created by sacking people that had skills in that area. Yeah. And now you're trying to hire back someone temporarily who got sacked and is angry at you, so is now charging you top dollar.
Yeah.
Well, sounds brilliant. Sounds 2000 IQ 4D chess fucking.
Yeah. Well, let's give him a chance. This has got 14 seconds to go. I'm sure he'll say something to wrap it all up and say consultants bad under Labor, bad under us. I'm sure it's coming in the next 14 seconds.
Able to teach teachers how to do that, and then the teachers are able to teach themselves in due course. So this is a very good investment to make sure we get our reading skills where our kids need to be, and also to give our teachers the confidence to teach that reading methodology in a really good way.
Yeah, no, I'm quite confused because it sounds like it's a good investment to bring these consultants in. I thought consultants bad because they were under Labor.
It's almost like these guys are a pack of hypocrites.
It's almost like that, eh? It's really weird.
Crazy.
Look,
the other thing I want to comment on here, with my enormous ham head filling up the entire frame, is I love that he's talking about, like, we're bringing in the structured literacy. It's the way that we used to work out how words sound, and that's why I'm so good at stringing together words. As someone that's neurodiverse and had a pretty tough time, like the only reason that I love reading to this day is the reading recovery program. because structured, traditional, by rote learning did not work for me. So I couldn't read through until about 7, where the reading recovery program picked me up. Now, when I hear this one size fits all aspect coming into education,
yeah,
I see people like me falling through some massive fucking cracks.